CSRF practical, let's look at some practical cases of the CSRF vulnerability. So the first thing, let us go back to our website and look for places where we can find the CSRF. Firstly, we'll log in as the user Pawan. As you can see, there is an add to cart functionality in the shop tab where any authenticated user can add items to his or her cart. Now we'll test for the CSRF vulnerability. For this, let us clear the cart and intercept the add to cart request using verb suit. Observe that the request contains product_ID and quantity of the product. Right click the request and send it to repeater. Turn off the intercept and navigate to the repeater tab. Usually in pen testing scenarios, we use verb suit professional, but to create a CSRF POC. But since we are on a community edition, we'll have to take help of Tasky's CSRF POC generator tool. To use this, download the zip file from GitHub and extract its contents. Then load the index.html file in your web browser. Coming back to our application, copy the request from repeater and paste it into the request section of the index.html. Choose HTTP and click Generate POC. Observe that an HTML form is generated. Now create a new HTML file csrf.html using this HTML form, which will be used as a payload to test CSRF. As we have learned, there are two conditions for CSRF. There should be two users, is the one, and the number two is both should be logged in. So in a new incognito window, navigate to our website and log in as an administrator user. Thus, our two conditions are satisfied. Observe that there are no items in the administrator user's cart. Now we will try to perform the CSRF attack. Open the payload file csrf.html in the administrator user session and click on the submit button. Oh no, there is really some kind of an error. Let us check if the item has been added to the administrator user's cart or not. You can do this by clicking on the refresh button. As you can see, it's really not added at this point. There must be some kind of error in our CSRF payload. Let us open the csrf.html file. You can use Notepad and compare it with our verb suit request. First mistake is that we did not mention the encoding type in our payload. So using the entype attribute, we'll set the encoding type as multipart/form-data. Second mistake is in the name and value of the input fields of our payload. In the verb suit request, the parameter name is product_ID and its value is 1. Similarly, the second parameter is quantity and its value is also set to 1. Sometimes online generators are unable to parse the data properly, due to which these errors occur. So it is always recommended to manually check the data before testing. Now we can save this file and open it in the administrator's user's profile to check for the CSRF vulnerability. Now if you click on submit, it seems that we broke the application. Let us log in again to create a new session and try this attack. Up there you have it. Now you can log in successfully to the administrator profile. As we can see that the cart is really empty as of now. So open the csrf.html file in this session of the administrator and click submit. Look at that, the item is actually added to the administrator user's cart. Similarly, we can edit our payload to add as many items as we want in the administrator user's cart. This is a basic case of how CSRF generally works. But what if there is a CSRF token set on the server for validating these requests? Let us take a look at how we can actually bypass it. If you remember, we have set username functionality in the web application where any user could update his or her username. It can be a potential endpoint for CSRF vulnerability. Let us go back to the browser window with Pawan's session and navigate to his profile. As you can see, there is a set username functionality where we can set any username, for example test, and it gets reflected on the website, as can be seen. We will analyze this request using burp suite to see if we can update the username of our beloved admin user. Change the username back to Pawan and intercept this request using burp suite. Send this request to a repeater for easier analysis. Observe that the request contains a CSRF token parameter, username and a user ID. Copy this request and paste it into the request section of our POC generator. Choose HTTP and click Generate POC form. Look at that, our payload is cooked and ready. Copy this POC and paste it into the csrf.html file, which will be sent to the administrator user to update his username. Open this file in the administrator user session and click Submit. Observe that we are really logged out of the application. Log in again to confirm if the username is updated or not. No, not updated, but we can try some bypass techniques like removing the value of the CSRF token parameter and send the payload to update the username. Still the username is admin, so this method did not work. We can copy the generated payload again and try to input some random characters like hello. Save the file and send it to admin. Till the username is not updated. Let us analyze the CSRF token properly. If you observe, the first 8 characters are all alphabets and the remaining 32 characters look like a hash. Generally, MD5 hashes are 32-bit long. To verify this, we'll use any MD5 hash generator tool. Let us check the first value that comes to our mind, the username. Since we are logged in as Pawan, enter his username and click Generate. Now compare the MD5 hash value with the value in our csrf.html file. And you have found a match. Now we know how our CSRF token is being generated. So we'll use this to generate the CSRF token of the admin user. For the first part, we have the same 8 alphabetic characters, and for the second part, we have the MD5 hash of the administrator user. Copy the generated hash and append it with the first part. Replace the original value of the CSRF token parameter in the payload and save the file. Let's open this file in the admin user session and check if the username is updated or not. We are indeed logged out, so that means something is going on. Maybe we broke the application again. Log in one more time to refresh the session and try this attack again. If we click on submit, look at that. The username of administrator is changed to that of Pawan. Hence, the CSRF token should be random and properly validated before allowing any user to perform an action on the website.